So it's like I don't need it. Will I ever read it? I don't know, but it's such a good deal. I'm just gonna add everything I want to my basket and then we'll think about logistics later. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I like to talk about books, and today I'm going to take you book shopping with me online. I really love the concept of these come book shopping with me videos, but I have not been book shopping in 10 months or so because we're in the middle of a pandemic and I like to stay home. I have been to my local bookstore like once or twice in the pandemic and they keep it very safe and they limit the amount of people that can be in the store at a given time, but still I would rather not go out book shopping if I can do it online. I also really love online book shopping because you can get such good deals if you just scour enough, and I thought that would be fun to just take you with me to see how I shop for books online and save a lot of money, just like I would if I was shopping at my local secondhand bookstore where the books are really cheap and I miss it a lot and I wish I could go in there, but it's just not ideal right now. So with that being said, I'm just gonna jump on in. So typically where I start book shopping online is just referring to my Amazon wish list. I like to use a lot of different sources to find books online, but my Amazon wish list is usually where I'm just like gathering all the books on my radar because that's an easy place to just store them all in one spot. So I'm gonna start here and scroll through and see if there's any books that are like top of my radar right now, just so I can get the vibe of what I'm looking for as I start searching through some other websites later. So immediately, Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder definitely is on my radar. That's a new release. It's a mystery that I'm really interested in. Probably won't be able to find it for a great price today, but we'll keep an eye out. The Sanatorium is also on my mind because I'm currently listening to that on audiobook and I really like it so far, so I feel like I'm gonna want to own it. If I Disappear, that's another new release I'm interested in, and Ring Shout. You Must Not Miss by Katrina Leno, that's one I feel like I have a good chance of finding around the web somewhere since that's an older release and I really love Katrina Leno's books, so I want to read all of her backlist. The Hollow Places, also pretty high on my radar right now. Graphic novels, always up there for me. If I can find any good deals on a graphic novel, that'd be great. That's rare. I'm not the best at being able to find those. The Shauna McGuire Wayward Children series is piquing my interest lately. I'm thinking of like reading them all for a video. So if I could start finding those at cheap prices, that would also be nice. And then I'm also interested in things like The Raven Boys or other like well-known book series. The first book in that series to try out, like Caraval, The Poppy War, Where Dreams Descend. So if I can find any like starters of series, that would be cool too. Especially if there's like a lot of books out in a series, you can usually find the first one pretty cheap since it's just had some time. The Inheritance Games is like, I'm really interested in that right now. I've been convinced I want to read it. And The Cruel Prince and Serpent and Dove. Okay, so we've got a lot. We've got a lot of things just like on the radar. This is why I always start here, just to get the brain juices flowing. So where I typically like to start is Books A Million. A lot of people might not even know what Books A Million is because they're not everywhere. It's telling me the nearest one near me is Goldsboro, North Carolina, and I live nowhere near Goldsboro. I like it though because I have a Books A Million membership, so you can get free shipping on your books, and they have really good bargain books and sales. So let me just see anything trending on the homepage. Yep, they usually have like buy two, get the third free. This is for the Bridgerton series. Got some manga deals, some boxed sets, which always interests me. I love the idea of buying like a boxed book set, but I can't do that because what if I read the first book and I don't like the series? Because I do that a lot. So let's just start with the bargain books. I don't really know what the difference is between bargain books and sales, so we'll just start at bargain books. So we have best selling. These are usually just like random things. Nothing good there. Oh, graphic novel bargain books. Don't usually see that. Let's check that out. Okay, well these are not exactly what I would call graphic novels, but it's fine. Okay, yeah, nothing really there interesting me. Okay, so they have a whole classics section, and I am really liking Barnes & Noble's leather-bound classics recently, so if I'm gonna get classics, I like for them to all be the same edition, so I don't think I'm interested in any of those. Okay, so let's try the sale books. This is what we want. Okay, so there's books that are 50% off, buy two, get third free for different genres. I don't know, I'll just click on sale and we'll see where that takes us. Here we go, here's the good stuff. We'll start with mysteries and thrillers. A lot of these I've already read. So I've read Then She Was Gone, obviously 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, one of my favorite books ever. Read In a Dark, Dark Wood and The Woman in the Window, and like almost every single book on this screen except for the John Grisham ones, so nothing new there. 50% off the biggest books, historical fiction, sci-fi, and fantasy. Okay, here's something that interests me. Let's have a conversation real quick. So I own A Court of Thorns and Roses, okay? I have a hardcover edition of A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have not read that yet. I want to very soon. But here I'm seeing a discounted price for this paperback edition that now I think I like this cover better. But do I want paperback or hardback? Does this even come in hardback? I'll show you the one I have. You probably know what I'm talking about, but it's the one with the person. It's the one with the person on the cover that I have, and I had such a dilemma when I was first getting that book because I wanted to make sure I got the edition that I liked the best in case I got the whole series. And now I don't know what to do because I have this one, and so this is how they would all look together if I were to continue in the series if I like them. But I kind of like the way these look together. I just don't know. It's too hard of a decision. I'm like, what's that? What's that Barnes & Noble edition? Because that's beautiful. Maybe I should read it first. Reading it first would be a good step. And then if I like them and I want to continue in the series, I'll probably just do like a boxed set later on of whatever I want in the editions. But like, that's a really good discount. That's hard to ignore. I also kind of want this. I started reading this book on audiobook a couple months ago, but it was like hard to follow along. It's only $9, but it's like, will I ever read it? I don't know. Some YA romance, probably nothing that I want here. Why would you put Wilder Girls as YA romance? That should be illegal. Honestly, this is an amazing deal that To Sleep in a Sea of Stars is $15 for the hardcover because that was like $30 when it first came out because it's such a big book. I have that on audiobook, but I'm like, will I ever read it on audiobook alone without also having the physical book? But also, I don't really read sci-fi, so will I ever read that book ever? But also, then I'm like, what if I'm missing a great deal because I could get it for $15? When are you ever going to get it cheaper than that? It's usually $30. Literally, save 50%. It's literally usually $30. So it's like, I don't need it. Will I ever read it? I don't know, but it's such a good deal. And like the Ravens in here for $9, like this just came out, it's $20. What a good deal. That's kind of a good enough start for me with Books A Million. So next I'm going to check out, where do I want to go next? Let's go to Barnes & Noble because I probably won't find anything that I really want at Barnes & Noble, so this one should be quick. I just don't feel like their deals are as good. This is just not very navigable. What do I want to look at? 30% off pre-orders? That's a pretty good deal. Let's just take a look-see there. Billie Eilish. Is that a CD? Liam Moriarty has a new book coming out? Apples Never Fall? Interesting. Okay, well nothing here immediately drew my attention. Why is my computer loading so slow? Let's get out of here. Half off books, see all. Let's just go to that. This is a really good deal because this also just came out, The Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. For that to only be $14. What a steal. Okay, well nothing on that page. Dancing with Octopuses. Dancing with the Octopus, a memoir of a crime. Interesting. Interesting title. Kind of a big deal. This we keep seeing everywhere too for just $10. But I think I have that as an audiobook on Scribd, so I'd rather just not pay for that. Okay, well yeah, nothing really on Barnes & Noble as expected. So let's go to AbeBooks next. AbeBooks is harder because like there's not as many good options for just scrolling through here. You kind of have to come here and know what you're looking for. It also works better for like classics or things like A Little Life that are just like really big well-known books. Let's just go into this section and see what happens. Books under $10. That sounds like the place I would like to be. So a lot of these I already have. Let me just go out on a limb. Marion Lane and The Midnight Murder. Oh my gosh. If this is on here for a good price, I'll lose my mind. How have I been given such good fortune to find this for such a good deal? How much was this on Amazon? Okay, so it's $24 on Amazon, but on AbeBooks, it's like $16 to $17 with $2 shipping. That's really good. Okay, so we're gonna add that to cart. What else was on my radar? The Mystery of Miss Christie. That's a new one. Oh my gosh, $13.49. Add that to basket, please. Amazing. What else? What else can we throw in here? Like, I don't think the sanatorium will be in here because that just came out, but we can give it a shot. Oh my gosh. I'm literally finding everything I want at great prices. This is incredible. I'm just gonna add everything I want to my basket and then we'll think about logistics later. Okay, so they don't have Last Night at the Telegraph Club. Oh my gosh, no they do. Well, why don't you tell me that when I'm searching it? From Germany. Yeah, I don't think I want to buy that from Germany. Also things like I feel like you can usually get a pretty good deal for things like popular book series. So I'll try like The Cruel Prince. The search function's so bad. I don't feel like this is the best deal for this to be $12.99. Yeah, because it's $10.99 on Amazon for a paperback. I wonder if we look for like a box set. Don't know why I said that like that. If that will be cheaper. Yeah, that I'm not even finding. Okay. What about just browsing? Let's just browse for a sec. We like, but that's all classics. So much classics. Also, like when I'm looking at graphic novels, I wish there was a section that was like graphic novels like for adults. I mean, I guess those are like graphic novels that are not comic books that are for adults that feature magic. That's the exact category I would like to find. First editions, don't need any of those. I don't know what to do. Maybe we try the sale. Either way, I'm pleased with what I've found so far because those are new books for good prices. Oh gosh, this is a lot. I don't know what's happening. This has sufficiently stressed me out. So I'm just going to go elsewhere now. Next, we're gonna go over to Depop. And if you don't know about Depop, you're missing out. Depop is just a place where you can sell your own things. So like I could make a Depop account right now and post like my clothes and shoes and even books on Depop. So I really like to go to Depop to find really good deals because it's just real people just selling their books off their bookshelves. So you can search for actual book names. So you can see I was searching for A Court of Thorns and Roses. But what I like to start with is looking for special editions. So what I do is I'll just search like Illumicrate or Owl Crate or Fairy Loot and just kind of start there to see if there's any cool special editions for books at a good price that I'm interested in, because I typically am interested in the books that those book boxes are picking. Like, look at that beautiful Addie LaRue pen. Oh my gosh, where did that come from? Sometimes you can't tell because they'll put like all of these in the description, all these hashtags, and I'm like, who made this gorgeous pen of these hands and the flowers and that dripping? And oh my gosh, I've never needed anything more in my life. Do I already have an Addie LaRue pen? Absolutely, I do. I do have an Addie LaRue pen already. But do I need that one too? I might. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of people sell all of these extra items that come in book boxes. Some people, I think, just get the book boxes so they can resell the items, which is not nice in my opinion. But it's kind of cool because I get the Illumicrate book only because I typically don't want a lot of this other stuff because I haven't read a lot of fantasy yet. So like there's stuff from like Daughter of Smoke and Bone and like the Raven Boys, and I haven't read those, so I don't want like a coffee mug with characters on them or anything. But occasionally there are things that get pulled in that I'm interested in and I just want like that one piece. So I really like to come here and check out to see if anyone is selling the things I'm interested in after I see like the unboxings and things that come out. Okay, so not really seeing many books in this round. It also kind of varies by the time of the month that you're searching for these. So when you search like right after a book box comes out, there will be like a big surge of things and then it'll kind of die down until the next monthly book comes out. What is this? That's pretty. $100, my gosh. I mean, that is beautiful, but I do not think that's worth $100. I just can't stop looking at that Addie LaRue pen. It's impolite for it to be staring at me like that. Yeah, but if you haven't checked out Depop, here's your sign to go do so because it's great. I was in a phase where I was checking Depop like every single day. I'll try Fairy Loot. And then if I don't see anything interesting from that, I'll start searching for actual books. You'll see a lot of the same ones come up too when you're searching these three, because a lot of people will just use the same hashtags so that they can get pulled into the search results, because people are usually interested in multiple book boxes. Okay, yeah, nothing here, but I do keep seeing this Raven Boys necklace and I just want to look at it for a second. That's cute. A little raven on a little moon. Not like I know what that means because I haven't read these books, but it's fun to pretend. Okay, let's see if I can find the Cruel Prince. I highly doubt it on Depop because that's pretty popular in the bookish world. Mystery book boxes. I didn't know people did that on Depop. And oh my gosh, also, why did I doubt this? Because here it is for $7. Never used, no damage, good condition. $7, listed 2 days ago. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get this. Yeah, I don't think you can like add to cart. I think you just have to buy now because everything comes from individual sellers. Okay, well, I don't know my login, so I'm just gonna do it on my phone so I can buy that book really quickly before someone else does. Okay, so added that to the cart for $7. Currently also is charging $7 for shipping, so that's unfortunate. I wonder if you add enough to your cart, if that's how shipping gets freer. TBD. Okay, what else are we interested in? Let's refer to the list. Servant and Dove, kind of interested in that. So no book, but lots of accessories. I think this is like a whole bundle with the book and a bunch of other things, but we're not doing that. That's insane. Oh, the Raven Boys might be a good one to look for on here. There we go. I knew I could count on that one. Amazing. All right, well, I think I'm gonna get that too. Sneak preview into my content. If you're interested, I'm getting ready to start a series on my channel where I start series of books. So I'll read like 3 of the first books in multiple series in a reading vlog, and then see if I continue in the series or not, because typically I don't. And so I am trying to just like group that together because it's so intimidating to me to read the books that I have series of. Because I'm like, oh, but then like what if I have to read all these books? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna read the first book in series and knock them out and start knowing which series do I actually want to read. So Raven Boys will be one, Cruel Prince will be one, so stay tuned for that. Let's go back to AbeBooks and make a decision on the basket here. So we have The Mystery of Miss Christie, Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder, and The Sanatorium. I feel good about all of that. Let me see. So this will be Mystery of Miss Christie for $15.49 versus the $17 that it is on Amazon. So made a good deal there. Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder, that's gonna come out to $18.68 versus the $24.02 that it is on Amazon. So a good deal there. And then The Sanatorium is going to come out to $17.34, which is a couple cents cheaper than it is on Amazon as a hardcover edition. So I think I'll remove The Sanatorium for now because I am already listening to that on audiobook, so it's not like I really need it right now. And then leave with these two. So our final book haul will be The Mystery of Miss Christie, which is a like historical mystery story about like a fictional account of what happened to Agatha Christie when she went missing for 13 days, because that was like a real thing that happened, I guess, and it was never explained. And so this was just like inspired by that, and this person wrote this fictional story. And then we have Marion Lane and the Midnight Murder, which is like a noir vibe type of mystery from what I've heard. It has something to do, it's also a little bit historical, I think, set in a different time. It's set in London, there's secret tunnels, it's set in the 1950s, there's like a letter that arrives, someone gets murdered, it's a mystery. It sounds very much like that same kind of old classic style, kind of like The Mystery of Miss Christie as well. So we'll get those two from AbeBooks, and then on Depop I'm going to get The Cruel Prince, which I'm sure everybody knows because you've all read it already, I just haven't, and The Raven Boys, so I can get started on my series reading. So that is all. Thank you for coming book shopping with me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun just hanging out with me. It would obviously be more fun if we could like browse in a bookstore on the aisles and like touch the books and like smell the coffee shop. I miss that so much. I can't wait to get back to that eventually, but until then, shopping online is going to have to do. At least you can get really good deals. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if this is something you you would like to see again. I online shop quite frequently, so it's really easy for me to just set the camera up and take you along with me as I'm looking for the next couple of books to add to my TBR. So happy to do that. Just comment down below and let me know, was this fun or do you not really care? But that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!